Good morning, Stall Nation. So I am extremely happy and excited about doing this episode because obviously we've had a good week. And when we've had a good week, it's easier to talk about. Last week was brutal, no move-ins. And it was like, I've got to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I just want to pretend it's not happening and not tell the world. But here we are. And so, but this is a good thing. Unfortunately, you can never, ever stick your head in the sand in business. You have to hit it head on, and you've got to make difficult decisions. You've got to change what you're doing. If there's something wrong, for example, I've been doing this sheet for years, and it's all about levers, what levers to pull. So, for example, if we're not high up on Google, what levers do we pull there? What do we do? How do we get the SEO? How do we get the pay-per-clicks? If all of a sudden your conversions are down, what do we do there? Is it the sales process? Is it the way we talk to customers? Is it the way we answer the phone? Is it the follow-up process? And so there's always, in self-storage, there's always levers to pull. If you're not getting the quotes, could it be the website? Could it be your SEO? Could it be your marketing? What is it? There's levers to pull to make sure that we get them KPIs humming along. With us last week, it was move-ins, it was reservations. And yes, I don't want to go too overboard because we didn't have a room available the previous week because we didn't have phase 2 done. Now phase 2 is done. Momentum wasn't there. And so what we needed to do was get that momentum back. And I realized that we realized it was a price. It was a price that was wrong because we were still operating as though we're 90% full, which we're not. When you're 90% full, prices go through the roof. And when you're 80% full, when you're 45% full like we are now, then you behave differently. You've got to behave differently. So we had to go back. It sounds stupid, but we had to go back into the lease up stage. And all we did was discount certain units back to the price we was when we was in fill-up rate, and also put the offers back on because some of the units had no offers whatsoever, no 4 weeks, no 8 weeks, no nothing. So we just went back to basics and did that. And I'm over the moon to say that we had the best week that we've had. What I want to also do as well at the end of this, I'm going to go through exactly where we are compared to our projections as well. Projections are so crucial. And this is the one mistake that not one mistake, Jesus Christ, I made loads of mistakes. When I first opened up Willoughby, 30,000 square foot, so 60,000 square foot because when you have a mezzanine floor as well, we have, how much containers have we got? So let's have a look. How much square foot have we got there? 50. Yeah, so we got like 7,500 square foot outside space as well. So that's a lot of units. And I didn't correctly project the cash flow, the operating expenses, how quick we'd fill up. I had no idea. I was just literally licking my finger and seeing which way to win. I had no idea. And so for me, it was the first site we've opened in 4 years because obviously with cash flow, as soon as you open a big site like Willoughby, Jesus Christ, it costs over £1 million to do the shop fit. You've got cash flow problems. You've always got cash flow problems because you've got all the revenue. You've got all the expenses and then you've got revenue just slowly building up. You've got all the payback as well for the money you borrowed. And finally, you get past that critical point where then cash flow starts coming in. You start being a positive cash flow point. And then that's when we could expand again. That's when I felt comfortable. So this was the first site. Clough Rd was the first site we've opened in 4 or 5 years. And I didn't want to make as many mistakes. I wanted to learn from what happened at Willoughby and correctly project my cash position, how much money I'd need. And it has been a seamless transition. It's been beautiful. Everything has gone according to plan. But that's because I put in the work, first of all, to do the projections. And if you don't accurately predict where you're going to be, then how do you know your cash position? How do you know if you're going to afford it? And I can promise you, being in this situation before, having a £60,000 bill on your table, 14 days to pay it, and not having anywhere near £60,000 in the bank account, I know if that feels pretty shit. And so I'd never wanted to be in that position again. And luckily for us with Clough Rd, not luckily, but because I've improved as an operator, as a business owner, as a whatever, we've accurately projected where we'd be. Not accurately. What I want to work on for me, 3 different types of projections: worst case, best case, and in the middle. And so I always look at the worst case, because I make sure that my cash position is on the worst case. And I'm going to tell you the middle projections where I thought I'd be. And we've absolutely smashed it as Clough Rd, even though we had that terrible week last week. Anyway, right, I'll get onto that at the end of this message, but let's get on to the last week's numbers. So what, I'll just open up Store as well. I don't know if that's opened up. Here it is, analytics. Yeah, there we go. there's not a lot of information on store at the minute because it's only the second day, and so we're comparing from 30 days ago. So there's not a lot of so we're on the 2nd of August, aren't we? So there's not a lot of information to compare it with. Right, let's have a look. Okay, so the amount of quotes last week were 36, so pretty good, pretty good. A number of reservations. Ooh, 13 reservations compared to that to last week when we had 11 reservations. 3 reservations. So that is the most reservations we've ever had. And that was for 885 square foot, a conversion rate of quotes to reservations of 36.11%. Number of move-ins, 11 move-ins. That is beautiful. Last week, the week before, we had 0 move-ins. And so we had 710 square foot move in, which was lovely. So 11 move-ins, that's a conversion rate of 30.56%. So rounded up 31% conversion rate quotes to move-ins. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Number of rooms moved out was 3. So we had 175 square foot move out. I can do this, by the way, but I get nervous and I'll do it wrong. So 7 to, I've got it here. I've got it on the spreadsheet. I should have pretended it's public maths. I think that's 535, yes. So a positive of 535 square foot, which is lovely to see because last week was minus 870. Amazing what you can do when you pull the right levers in the business as well. And don't forget last week's episode when there's a new follow-up that we're doing as well, where we're giving people a cheaper rate if we get in touch. If we can't get in touch with them, if we won't answer the phone, then we give them a cheaper rate. Just, we throw that fishing rod out again and we try to hook them with that little cheaper rate. We basically copied. I'm going to say model. No, we copied another self-storage company who were doing it, and it worked beautifully. I know of 2 reservations that came from that last week alone, and it's only in passing that I've talked about it with the team. So there might have been even more. Right, let's have a look at some more information for you guys, where the quotes come from, the quote breakdown. Ugh. Crikey, let's get that back. There we go. I had screens open everywhere then. Okay, let's have a look. Clough Rd. So 1 came from Bing, which was 2.7%. Google was 15, and that's 40%, or 41%. So that's unbelievable. So we're a prominent location, and we're seeing that less move-ins are coming from Google, less quotes. Referred from Willoughby, 1. Don't know why that was, to be honest. Signs passing by is 6, so that's 16.22%. Social media, 2, so that's 5.4%. Used before is 2, so that's 5.4%. And word of mouth is 5, which is 14%. So that's where the quotes came from. Let's have a look at the other information for you guys. Right, one thing I'm really happy with still is the price per square foot. It continues to rise because people are coming off for offers, and so you can see why it's continuing to rise. But so we've got 2 opposing forces here. So people are coming off 8 weeks half price, 4 weeks half price that we've moved in 8 weeks or 4 weeks ago. So they're coming off the offer. So therefore the price per square foot is going to rise. But also the opposing force that's coming in is that we are now discounted our rates. So it is, although it's cheaper to get in now, but the price per square foot is still going up. That's because I don't think that we've had enough time for the fact that we're cheaper to get in. I don't think that's had enough time to have an influence over the price. So I would still expect that to go down, not maybe as much as £16 per square foot, as which I was saying before, 16, 17 quid. I don't think it'll go down as far as that now because of the trajectory. But yeah, £19.49 price per square foot for a new site is unbelievable, absolutely unbelievable. Really, it's testament to the revenue management that we did. This whole episode is like a pat on the back here, and yeah, well done. This is what it sounds like. Yeah, it's testament to how bloody good we are. I'm joking. It's testament. Kind of. No, it is. You watch next week, I'll be like, oh, you won't believe it. We had another bad week. Yeah, so it's testament to how our revenue management, in all seriousness, it is because of revenue management we did when when the occupancy was high, when we only have phase 1 done. So that proves how powerful it can be. So the occupancy at the minute, yep, we're going back up there now. We are currently at 8,600 square foot, which means that we are 49% full, 48.81% full. So 8,600. We have been, I believe that we have been 8,800 before. Yeah, 8,815 square foot taken. That's what we've been before. So we're 215 square foot from the most occupied we've ever been. So that is good now. Trajectory is going the right way there. So we're 0.85% up from where I was 30 days ago. So trending in the right direction. There is a negative, by the way. I'm going to get to that in a minute. Monthly revenue rate is, so how much money would be taken if we didn't have any discounts, is £20,394.75. And that is a 12% increase from from 30 days ago. And it was £17,942.81. So the increase there is lovely. Something I'm not very happy with, though, is the gross revenue. As you can imagine, we've had loads of people move out last week, and that's affected it because they could have been people paying full price. And then now we've got 535 square foot people who are paying a lower rate, a lesser rate, although that is not indicated in the rate per square foot at the minute. So yeah, at the minute, our gross revenue for day 2 is £783.03. This time last month, it was £1,077. So as you can see, there's been a dip off there. A big, well, not a big, but you can see there's been a dip off, which is something that obviously we need to, gross revenue, what you take is the most important thing. But I'll tell you what, I am really, really over the moon was last month, we took £15,026. I wanted to get to that £15,000 mark, break even point, depending on what rate we get, asset finance. It's going to be around about £20,000 for a cash break-even point, just a cash break-even point. We don't know yet where the what the rate's going to be. Still haven't got in touch with us, so who knows whether it's. I just have to build that money up in the bank. Right. So projections. Where was we expected to be at this time? So we've been open for 6 months, nearly 6 months, not quite 6 months. Yeah, it's not quite. It's definitely not 6 months out. It's probably about 5. I should really know the exact date we opened, but because of the painting and stuff, some people moved in a little bit earlier than they should do. I don't know the exact date, and so I really should do that. It's terrible. Right, so let's say, so we definitely didn't open in January. So February, March, April, May, June, July. So we've been open 6 months. Say it's our 6 months. For argument's sake, I'll find out the exact date for you guys. I feel bad not knowing that. Right, at the minute, we should be taking, our revenue should be for month 6. This is a month we're in now. So the previous month, by the way, so we'll do a previous month. This is a month just gone past. So July, we should have taken £5,600. That is what I've got on my middle, on my projections for the middle. So we have a best case and the worst case. And best case, by the way, we're still beating the best case. And so these projections, I only thought we could rent out £584 square foot per month. I wanted to make sure that it was doable, because whatever, I don't want to over egg these projections. If I get these projections wrong, I've got to have a little buffer as well. But if I get these projections wrong, then that means that I'm going to suffer, because I've projected my bank balance, my cash flow for these numbers. And if I get these wrong, then everything else falls down. So I've got to make sure that I under egg it. Whatever happens, I can't not hit these numbers. And yes, we'll have a little bit of a buffer, and we'll know what to do for plan B if we are under these numbers, especially now because of the economic climate. You don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, we're basically, we took 15,000, so we're nearly 3 times more, 300% took more than we were supposed to. If we go forward all the way, it's month 14 when we hit 15,000, which is incredible. So we're 9 months ahead on our revenue point of view, which is fascinating, absolutely fascinating. The reason I went into this again, I'll go and I'll tell you in a minute. But yeah, I was going through all the numbers yesterday, and I was like, wow, I can't believe it. So 9 months ahead that we've got 8,600 square foot moved in, and let's have a look when we were supposed to have 8,600 square foot moved in. It was actually month 15 as well. So we're, month 14 there. So we're 10 months ahead of projections for square foot. So as you can see, Clough Rd has been a massive success, over the moon with it so far. I just hope the trajectory keeps going, because then if the trajectory keeps going, then we can start looking at new sites and open up a new site. Yes, I do want to buy. I want to buy a site, but there's been, I'm not going to start from scratch again. That's what I said like 2 weeks ago. And then an opportunity's come up. And so it means that I've had to do my numbers, but I can't say where it is, guys, obviously yet. But it means that it's £800,000. It's a lot of money, but the ROI is over 30% at worst case projections. Worst case projections. Yeah. And that's what I'll put it down to £16 per square foot as well. So that's what I mean. So what I want to do is work on worst case scenario for my projections for cash flow, etc. It's going to put a strain on me without a doubt, but what an opportunity. What an opportunity. And I'm only working on £16 per square foot when every other site I've got, well, apart from Clough Rd, which will be over £20 per square foot. I mean, I think it's 23 or 24 is Beverley at the minute, which is phenomenal for an outdoor site. So it just I put it in if we hit £20 per square foot, which we should be able to, by the way, as well. But we should be able to hit £20 per square foot eventually with revenue management. There's no reason why we shouldn't be hitting £20 per square foot. If we hit £20 per square foot, the return on investment is 49%, 49.5%. That is bananas. And we're creating an asset that is going to be worth something there as well. But I put it down to £16 per square foot, and it's 31.2% return on investment, which is beautiful. I will do a YouTube video going through these spreadsheets and stuff. These are from Store, by the way. Store, you go Store online and you can just download one of these yourself. They're absolutely wonderful. So easy to use, tremendous stuff. So yeah, I'm really, really excited about it. And we've only got to gain 531 square foot in this location. This location is better than Clough Rd's. It's perfect, absolute perfect location. So you would expect to model what we're doing on Clough Rd. Clough Rd's taking over 1,000 square foot a month. And so 531 should be no problem whatsoever. Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting. I'm just thinking out loud here because I couldn't sleep last night because of this. I was so excited about it, thinking, are we going to do it? Should we not do it? Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do it? I put an offer in, and we're gonna see what happens. But I am well aware that I told you guys, no, not going to build up from the ground. And then here we are again, putting in 800 grand to build up from the ground. But you've got to be, you know what? It's strong opinions loosely held. So when situations change, circumstances change, you can't be steadfast. You've got to change with the win, not with a win, but with the opportunities. And this is such a good opportunity. The only problem is, the only thing I'm worried about is obviously the funding required. 800 grand. Can we fund it? Yes, we can fund it. Very, very lucky the fact that we know some very good people. We've got some good relationships, obviously, with the asset finance company. And so, yeah, anyway, I'm just talking backwards and forwards. I'm just having a conversation with myself out loud, basically, aren't I? So I'm really, really excited about that. We'll see what the offer. Actually, I'll see if I've just got an email from it. I put an offer last night in, so let's see. No, he hasn't got back to me. God damn it. Do you know when you were single and you was texting girls and you was like, they haven't got back to me. They haven't got back. Is my phone working? So I just send a text thinking, oh yeah, it is working. Yeah, damn it. It's just hasn't got back to me. That's what I'm like now. I'm going to send myself a test email to make sure it's working. Right. Before I embarrass myself even more, I'm out of here. We've got some really, really good episodes coming up this week. I'm going to be recording them all today. All right, friends. All right, family. I love you, Store Nation, and I will speak to you later. Bye-bye.